Cleared by Thompson, still Hearts down to 10 men. Kingston for Driver, and this is promising for Hearts. Mole at the far post, nothing else in the way of support. Driver goes alone, it's palmed back out, and brilliantly saved. Alan McGregor able to recover and get in the right place to foil the effort from Kisanevicius. End-to-end attacking action at the beginning of this second half. He got back on his feet quickly to throw himself on the effort from Kisanevicius. Here's Velička. And Boyd's offside. Well, Chris Boyd could have made it 2-0 to Rangers. The end of one of their best moves of the game so far. Good interplay between him and Velička. Jamie McDonald got his angles right. Well, he does have plenty of first-team experience, albeit on loan with Queen of the South. More than 50 games in his career, Jamie McDonald, but nevertheless a big occasion for the young man today, making his Hearts debut. He did feature against Queen of the South in the Scottish Cup final last season, of course. Launched long by McDonald. Back by Lafferty and away by Weir. Boyd finding himself an unaccustomed amount of space in the midfield. Weir for Broadfoot. Velička. McCulloch had wanted the ball to be played early, but Berra won it back for Hearts. Kisanevicius tangling with Kevin Thompson. Bagheera able to get it away for Rangers. Now Thompson. Broadfoot outside it. Chris Boyd makes a run. So too Lafferty. Here's Velička. And the shot straight down the throat of the goalkeeper when he had options around it. Well, just for a moment, Hearts were carved wide open defensively. But it was their old boy that failed to pull the trigger effectively. Easy save from Andrius Velička. Wallace. Pedro Mendes winning it back. 4 from Bagheera. Papac. Last touch came off the Bosnian, but there will be a substitution before play resumes. And Hearts making their first change. It's Christian Nade who is coming on to replace Andrius Kisanevicius. Lithuanian not able to have as much influence this week as he did against Motherwell last week, and he's replaced by Christian Nade, who makes his seasonal bow. It's an attack-minded change as well for Hearts. It looks as though Jamie Mole and Nade will play up front together, although possibly Nade will drop into the deeper position that's just been vacated by Kisanevicius. Here's Stewart. Karapidis. Driver. Kingston. First touch for Nade. Bagheera's there with him. Now Larry Kingston. Driver in the centre, so too Jamie Mole. The ball bypassed the pair of them. Csaba Laszlo said last week that the best way to come here to Ibrox would be to attack, and it was one of those no-lose games for Hearts because they weren't expected to pick up anything. And certainly the introduction of Nade suggests that he's true to his word. Always fine-tuning, Csaba László. Barrow and McDonald for a moment looked as though they were going to leave it for each other. Kirk Broadfoot with the throw. And it's a goal kick. Even Lee Wallace's reaction was that that should have been a Rangers ball. Let's have another look. Hard to see too much of a touch from Velička, but the referee and his assistants were adamant that it should be a Hearts goal kick. Stewart. Here's Kingston. Comfortable header away by Bagheera. Papac, the ball clear in time. Helped forward by Lafferty, but Boyd couldn't take it into his stride, and here's Wallace. Mole in support for Driver. And trying to run the long way round Kirk Broadfoot. Nacho Novo was amongst the Rangers supporters last week in the victory at Falkirk, and still sitting on the sidelines because of suspension today, having been sent off in the final game of last season at Aberdeen. Easy for Zaliukas to defend. Well, it wasn't the end. Only just had the legs to get out of play. Sasha Papac bearing down on him. I just wonder whether the ball did get out of play or not before Papac wrapped his foot around it. The decision was a very good one. He's had a couple of half chances against his former club, but not too much more so far. Velička. Wallace. Mole for Stewart. And Jamie Mole trying to bustle his way through. It was Lafferty who came back to defend along with Davy Weir. Between them, they've conceded a free kick. Csaba László's side with an opportunity to get themselves back on level terms from this set piece. Larry Kingston and Andy Driver standing over it, discussing the various options. McGregor not taking any chances. He's got 6 in that wall. And it's Kingston who strikes it. It's deflected off the wall and out of play for a corner. It seemed to be Pedro Mendes that it hit. driver into that very congested 6-yard box. McGregor came out and lost it, but was pushed by Kingston. It's a Rangers free kick. And a surreptitious shove from Kingston was enough. The referee to award Rangers that free kick. Weir. Boyd. And that's a Hearts ball. And again, the Rangers fans in close attendance didn't think too much of the decision, but there was no protest of any vehemence from Boyd. Kenny Miller being readied by Rangers. Miller, another one of the summer signings, and he will come on. And Lee McCulloch is the player who makes way to be replaced by Kenny Miller. Back for a second spell in the Royal Blue. Miller taking up a place on the right-hand side of midfield. Position that was vacated by McCulloch. Yet to get any first-team action for Rangers in his favoured striking role. Here's Driver. So Lucas. Away by Bagheera. Long ball forward from Wallace and safely guarded by Papac, back for Alan McGregor. Waldersmith's side ahead with an hour gone. Papac. And the cross deflects away for Rangers' first corner. Pedro Mendes gets a good ovation as he makes his way over to the corner flag to take this flag kick. His delivery. Karapidis climbing high to get it away. Nade closing down Papac, and he's going to be spoken to by the referee. Kyle Lafferty down injured again for Rangers. Remember, he picked up that strain in the first half, which ruled him out of about 4 or 5 minutes worth of action. Waldersmith and Ali McCoist discussing their various options. They still have Darshfield and Beasley on the bench. And it is Beasley who's going to be brought on. Lafferty leaves the field. And he leaves the field a wounded hero. And his goal, the difference between the two sides. And he will be replaced for the remaining half hour or so by DeMarcus Beasley. Knows what it takes to be injured as well. Missed more than 40 games because of a knee problem last year. The American international still yet to score here at Ibrox. Delivered long towards Velichka, away by Berra, back from Kevin Thompson. Here's Beasley's first contribution. Challenged by Jason Thompson, conceding the throw. Kevin Thompson. Weir. Papac. Here's Boyd. Miller. Running through towards Pedro Mendes, who made the run forward from midfield, but it was cleared by Beguera. Thompson and now Miller. Broadfoot. Pedro Mendes making his way forward on the overlap. Makes a good ball in as well. Palm clear, and Boyd couldn't volley in. Well, it was a good delivery by Pedro Mendes, a lovely run. Magnificent shape on the ball in, which McDonald almost inadvertently palmed straight down to Chris Boyd. He just couldn't quite hit the target. Stewart. Who's foul? Looks to take the free kick quickly. Nade's first touch a little bit too heavy. Here's Miller. Velička into space for Kurt Broadfoot. Miller makes his way forward. Broadfoot's asked an awful lot of him there. And Driver buys the goal kick. Sol Miquel scored the winner last week for Hearts against Motherwell, a goal of real quality. And he will come on with another chance to shine in a cameo appearance. He'll replace Larry Kingston.
Number 7, Salius McLunas.
Miquel being welcomed onto the field by the Rangers support. Just a hangover from the World Cup qualifier the European qualifier, sorry, between Lithuania and Scotland last year. Pedro Mendes. Thompson. Beasley. Karapidis with a touch, which has presented it to Beasley. Goalkeeper makes the angle tight. He did brilliantly to work it across. No one there. Miller. Velička misses his kick. Pedro Mendes can't get there. And Karapidis eventually going to lay the nerves with a long ball away. Hearts almost pressing self-destruct. Beasley so close to capitalising. Away by Weir. Well, it was fantastic play by DeMarcus Beasley. The angle very tight. He did really well to work it across. Here's Wallace. Here's Karapidis. Miquel. And he's going to get a yellow card for diving. His reputation does precede him. And Miquel far from happy with the decision. First chance that he's had with the ball at his feet. The arm came across from Papac, but he did go to ground very easily. And Miquel in the book. Well, Karapidis very grateful that the error wasn't capitalised on. It was a loose touch there. Beasley nipping in between Karapidis and Zaliukas. McDonald did his best to make the angle tight. As it was worked back across the face of goal, there was nobody there to capitalise, but good play by Beasley. Very unlucky that he wasn't the supplier of Rangers' second. Karapidis relieved. Here's Wallace. Csaba Laszlo side still in it. Forward from Driver. This is Jamie Moll trying to work the angle. Mikkel Yunus. Very good challenge. Papac. Mendes. Papac again. Nice touch by Mikkel Yunus. Michael Stewart can lead the counter-attack for Hearts. Driver with Mikkel Yunus making a run ahead of him. Still Andy Driver. And down a blind alley in the end, and Kenny Miller can take control for Rangers. Here's Beasley. The game becoming increasingly stretched with 20 minutes to go. Thompson. Mendes for Broadfoot. Kurt Broadfoot is down, which is why the ball's been put out of play. It looks as though he's going to be okay. Broadfoot in his second season here at Ibrox now, after making the short move from St Mirren. Well, what he'd give for the cushion of a second goal. They've had chances. They're playing the better football. Free kick taken quickly by Stewart. Here's Jamie Moll. Nade one side of him, Driver the other. Moll goes alone. The Rangers standing firm on the edge of the penalty area. Thompson's throw. Nade couldn't make anything of it. Mikkel Yunus again involved. Launched long by McGregor. Mendes, whose debut I'm sure will be one of the bright spots for Walter Smith. Papac. And that's just gone out of play. It will be a Hearts throw. Karapidis helping it away. Nade. Stewart. Moll for Mikkel Yunus, who dived in. And he's going to be sent off. Mikkel Yunus dismissed. Hearts down to 10 men. Csaba Laszlo's reaction says it all. Pat on the back for the miscreant. that Stuart Dougal has sent off Michailionis for 2 yellow cards within 10 minutes of him coming on. He's only got himself to blame for that one, Michailionis. He caught Kenny Miller late. And Hearts attempts to rescue this. They've just been made that little bit harder. Broadfoot's ball in, and the header from Velička well wide. Challenged by Broadfoot. And Wallace trying to keep it alive. And Hearts are going to make their final change. It's the withdrawal of Jamie Mole. And he will be replaced by Davidas Česnauskas.
Substitution for Hearts, replacing number 19 Jamie Mole, number 18 Davidas Česnauskas.
And Česnauskas will be the latest Hearts player to occupy that wide right berth in midfield. Nade will play up top on his own. 4-4-1 for Hearts. Mendes. Heeded the cry of man on. Boyd for Miller. Back for Chris Boyd. Kevin Thompson. Broadfoot. Thompson. Here's Beasley. Appeals for handball. The referee was very well placed and adamant that it was a legitimate deflection. Broadfoot. Mendes. Velička. Thompson. Papac. Challenge from Česnauskas. Back from Thompson. Velička. Zaliukas couldn't get there. Got enough on it. And then Driver knocks it away from Miller. Karapidis and Stewart between them can help get it away, and the counter-attack could be on here for Hearts. Wide from Karapidis to Česnauskas. Nade and Driver both in the centre, but everybody went towards the near post. Too much pace on the cross from Česnauskas. And a rare opportunity for Hearts came to nothing. Wallace. Stewart. Česnauskas. Smith with less than 15 minutes separating his side from second successive 1-0 victory in the SPL. Still with one change left at his disposal as well. Darshville and Daly, the established outfield players, on the bench. Wallace letting it run, hoping to fox Kenny Miller, who didn't fall for the bait. Boyd. Easy for Berra. Forward from Driver. Jean-Claude Darcheville will be introduced in a moment. Here is Chris Boyd, who may well be the man he replaces. Nade. Stewart. Now Zaliukas. Česnauskas. Still Rangers in control. $48,191 here at Ibrox today, and the vast majority chewing the nails a little bit. 10 men of Hearts haven't had too many opportunities themselves to get back into the game, but while the lead is 1-0, it always has a fragile feel to it. Here's Pedro Mendes. Figueira back for Weir. Beasley. Here's Stewart. Wallace. Back from Stewart, but there was nobody where he was expecting maroon shirt to be, and that's given Rangers the chance to bring it forward again with Velička. There was some nice link up between the front two for Rangers early in the game, but there hasn't been too much of it since. Chris Boyd thought there was a handball there, but nothing doing. Wallace. Stewart. McGregor stayed on his line rather than coming out to try and get there. And Figueira's touch takes it out for a throw. And Rangers will make their final change.
Substitution for Rangers replacing number 37.
And it's Andrius Velička who will come off. And he remains the last Hearts player to have scored against Rangers. He'll be hoping that that's still the case for months to come. Generous ovation from the Rangers fans, although he hasn't had too much in the way of opportunity today. And he'll be replaced by Jean-Claude Darcheville. Stewart. Zaliukas. Setting the sights from distance, and it was an awkward one. Bounced just in front of Alan McGregor, and it was the dip on it that made it difficult. He's very grateful to pounce and claim this at the second attempt. Didn't spill it out to Nade, which was all important. Thompson. And still Kevin Thompson. Darcheville. His first touch since coming on. Pedro Mendes urged to shoot from distance. Darcheville. Great play, two on the overlap for him. One of them, Papac, pulled it in towards Boyd. Berra could clear. Mendes again. Broadfoot, Mendes. Dashville, awkward. Well, if he intended to aim for the top left-hand corner, it was an audacious attempt. Lovely touch by Mendes again. Pace on the cross from Dashville, and I'm sure it was a cross. It did have McDonald scrambling. Pedro Mendes, then Miller, Dashville. And Karapidis just caught by Kenny Miller. Quick to proffer a hand of apology. Csaba Laszlo's played all his cards. One of them, Mikel Yunus, proving to be a busted flush. Still Laszlo waits for the joker. Driver. Karapidis. Nice take by Česnauskis. Nobody in the centre for him. Broadfoot, though, concedes the corner when he surely had time, notwithstanding the fact that Driver was coming in behind him, to just bring it down. Still Andy Driver, only now in your picture. He shanked it away. And it's a very cheap corner won by Hearts. Zaliukas and Karapidis both forward. Everybody in a very congested 6-yard box as it's floated in by Driver. Back out from Stewart. Driver again with his right foot this time, and he wins the throw. Wasn't blessed with too many options, but Stewart did make a run for him. And a play for another Hearts throw. Tangible nerves at Ibrox. And Rangers forced onto the back foot by the 10 men. Nade. Wallace. Still the big guns have remained forward. And one of them is Berra. Takes a deflection. Driver. Blocked. Referee says no penalty. It was Beguera that it hit. And Laszlo absolutely furious. The Hearts manager absolutely adamant that it was handball. Well, you can't say that Rangers are hanging on, but that really was a nervous passage of play for them, and should it have been a penalty? Stuart Dougal absolutely adamant that it wasn't. Berra's initial shot and hit Beguera. This one, well, it hit the side of the arm. Beguera didn't put the arm outside his body, and I think the referee has probably got it right, but you can understand why there was so much wrath on the Hearts bench. Still Laszlo conducting the Hearts midfield orchestra. Desperate to try and orchestrate an equaliser. Challenged by Stewart. The referee says he took the ball. Jason Thompson. And the offside flag is up. Jesnauskas looking right along the line, really shouldn't have been caught there.
Calling man of the match, number 4, Pedro Mendes.
Correct decision against the Lithuanian. Pedro Mendes has been named as the sponsors man of the match, and it has been a really solid and sometime eye-catching debut in the Rangers midfield. I'm sure he'll become a firm favourite here at Ibrox. 2 more midfielders set to join Rangers over the next 72 hours as well. Stephen Davis and Maurice Edu. Karapidis. Into stoppage time, 3 minutes to be added. Here's Kenny Miller for Rangers. He's got past Wallace, still Miller, still Kenny Miller, penalty. Foul by Lee Wallace. And Stuart Dougal gives the penalty. A chance for Rangers to seal what at times has been a nervy victory from the penalty spot. Clear-cut decision, one of the easier ones for Stuart Dougal. Lee Wallace cautioned and has conceded this penalty, which Chris Boyd will take. He scores, and it's victory for Rangers, who make it 2 out of 2 in the SPL for the new season. Crisply hit with power. You won't see too many penalties better than that. Chris Boyd off and running for the new season. That's his 72nd goal for Rangers in 110 matches. Relief for Messrs McCoist and McDowell as Rangers make the game safe. Touch of cramp for Pedro Mendes.